So you successfully dragged me out of the rock that I lived under today by asking me my thoughts about Chidimma Adetshina's case, where the judgment was postponed until the 27th of February 2027.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl, Pelisa. On today's video, let's talk about Nigerian beauty queen Chidimma that has refused to leave South Africa. We all know that she had a case that was also postponed to February 2027, that is next year. Her case was postponed. So South Africans took it to the street demanding that she should be deported, not because they hate her, rather South Africans want to fulfill her wish. Remember, she went on a live broadcast saying she will never go back to South Africa. I don't know why she is in South Africa fighting for her deportation. Anyways, South Africans have a lot to say about this. If you haven't subscribed, please do it, like, share, and subscribe. While you listen to what classes have to say, my reaction will be at the end of this video, so please stay tuned.
Number one, 6 months from now, why? Because I understand that once a court or a judge has made a decision, it gets delivered on the day that the judge has sat down. Like today, the 19th of August, 2026, we ought to have known Chidimma Adetshina's fate. Is she going to be deported back to Nigeria, or she is going to be granted South African citizenship based on whatever was put on the table? Now, I have a suspicion. I suspect that whatever the judgment said, South Africans were not going to like it. Why the judge decided to change the date, I think he or she went outside and saw a sea of people chanting, singing, and demanding that Adetshina gets sent home. People say, go home, hamba, kaya, things of that nature. Sometimes judges, especially the magistrates, to curb any public chaos, any public distress, they tend to withhold the judgment. They'll come up with one excuse or another by saying, because the environment outside is not conducive for me to deliver this judgment, I am going to hold it sine, which means indefinitely, or I am going to deliver it at a later date. But that is just one of the possibilities of the two possibilities that I have about this matter. So the second suspicion of mine is that we are being distracted. If you follow me on the Red app, you would already have seen a video where I was telling my subscribers that, listen, guys, we have lost focus. In 2025, before the year closed, I did indicate that in 2026, South Africans are going to be distracted more than they've ever been distracted. And it's happening. I don't know if you would call Abonji a distraction. It's an important, very important initiative that I support, because why you as a man who goes around telling your other man that when win daughter, but you have a child that you are not supporting financially, you evil. I don't care what your story is. Anyways, coming back, I think the government or whoever is trying to distract us may have also gotten a breather from the Abonji, because South Africans got focused on that. People were talking about Abonji. People were just going on and on and on and on and on and on about that. And then came Cyril Ramaphosa at the SADC sideline meetings, where he made an apology on our behalf and also said that we are ashamed, knowing fully well that South Africans are going to get angry. Angry we did get. That means we got distracted. And now we have the Chidimma Adetshina case. The magistrate has no reason as to why he or she postponed this matter until 2027, unless they've been approached to say, listen, postpone this matter and give us at least 6 months. Give us 6 months. There's some few things that we want to work on that we don't want South Africans to pay attention to or focus on. Here we are talking about Chidimma. Are we not distracted? We are distracted, because there are a lot of people that are very angry about this decision. They don't understand why 6 months later we are going to be hearing Chidimma, whether she's going to be deported or not. What would be different from what is written in this judgment today in February of 2027? Unless the magistrate looked outside and thought, it's not conducive for me to deliver this judgment. Because if I deliver this judgment and it's in favor of Chidimma, what do you think was going to happen outside? So there are 4 different possibilities that I've tabled before you. But the one that I believe is happening is distraction. We are being distracted. We are definitely being distracted. From what? I don't know. But clearly something that is coming from the back while we are busy at the back, it's being smuggled. Whatever that is, we don't know. But I think the government is running away from the expose that was done by BBC. Because if you think about it, if the government is involved, the government have jeopardized not only South Africa's safety and security, but the safety and security of the Western world, where South Africa now is hosting and giving sanctuary or even rescuing terrorists and terrorism. It could be that. I don't know. Because no South African is talking about this, even myself included. We are not talking about how our country may be a sanctuary for dangerous terrorists coming from Pakistan, coming from Bangladesh, coming from Ethiopia, coming from Somalia. And if you look at what happened on the 30th of June 2026, these four nations were unshaken or moved. They were unshaken or moved. And the government, in as much as you ask it millions of times, what's up with these four nations? What do you know that we don't know? Because none of these four countries, there are active wars. For them to come to South Africa and seek asylum, even that on its own, it is lawfully wrong, because the Geneva Convention, since they throw it at us, is quite strict about where your first safety country is. And South Africa couldn't be their first safety country or safe country, especially when you are coming in as just men, young men. You are fleeing war. So you left your women and children back home to die. But you, a man, coming to South Africa in your numbers from these four countries. We are not talking about all of that. We are not asking those sort of questions, and we are distracted. You see, one thing about Cyril Ramaphosa, he has figured South Africans very, very well. To get South Africans excited, he just does this and everybody lose their minds. And on top of that, he wants to keep us away from information that will, I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are, but that's just me and my two IQs are rubbing together about this whole Chidimma and other distractions that we've already gone through as a nation in 2026, and we are still going to go through more. And the only way to defeat this is not to fall in the trap, like we have fallen in the trap. We have. We need to start asking the right questions. Ask the right questions. The other week, I posted a video of how Islam, not the Islam that we know here in South Africa, but we're talking about extremist Islam, what it already made its footing in South Africa. I thought we would have talked about that, discussed it, and to a point where the government comes back and say, hang on, guys. But no, we are not talking about that. We just got angry then, and then we moved on. Our lives are about to be alterated. Alterated, is it the right word? And we distracted. I don't know, fellow South Africans. I don't know. But I'm letting you know that we are distracted. We are distracted. We are not focused. That's the problem. We are not focused. Anyways, that is my thought on the whole issue of Chidimma Adetshina. She is a piece on a chessboard to distract us. But anyways, the SSAR petition to question the conflict of interest of Chidimma's lawyer and also being an advisor or immigration advisor to Dr. Leon Schreiber, the Minister of Home Affairs. This is what we're supposed to be focusing on as a nation. But we're too distracted. We are not signing petition because the only way Chidimma Adetshina can leave South Africa is for the government to know how South Africans feel. Even if they do rule in her favor, she is not going to live in South Africa in peace. South Africans will always reject her. So we need to be focusing on what will prevent the Chidimma Adetshinas by signing the petition, so that next time somebody that is a Chidimma tries it, they must remember that South Africans are a tough crowd. Let me withdraw my dream. especially on something that was only designed for South Africans. So sign the petition. It's in my bio. Go ahead. It's in my bio. Sign the petition so that we can stop more Chidimmas, because they are there. They are 10 years old. They are 5 years old. Others, they are almost of age. And they have ambitions, guys. Some of them, they want to be in Bafana Bafana. Some of them want to be Miss South Africa. Some of them want to be in a South African squad. Can you imagine our Olympic team has a number of contestants with non-South African names? Just imagine that. So if we can focus and sign the petition and also participate in things that we know will save South Africa, coming from SSCR, participate. Participate. And more than ever, to fight all these things doesn't come cheap. It needs money. It needs you to assist, because at the end of the day, it is about us South Africans. It's about us. We are not perfect as SSAR. We are still finding our feet as well. And as we find our feet, we are also delivering what needs to be delivered to you. So I'm going to leave this video here. Those are my thoughts about what I think happened at the Chidimma Adetshina's case. We are being distracted, fellow South Africans. What about? What is it they are distracting us from? And I repeat, I think it has to do with the revelations that were exposed by BBC, how we, South Africa, assisted an Ethiopian terrorists into the country. Question is, how many other terrorists that are in South Africa and protected by government? I think that's where the issue is. We're not talking about it. I know I'm repeating myself. Anyways, let me leave the video here. Thank you all so much for all the questions that we're asking about Chidimma. I appreciate it. And I want to address something before I go. Guys, I do not read DMs. If you send me a DM, forget it. I don't touch it. I had a very horrible experience. It was between life and death. And the only solution I have is to not respond to DMs at all. If I clicked on your DM by accident, sometimes I have a fat finger effect or syndrome, fat finger syndrome. I thought I pressed this only to find out that I pressed on your DM. Trust me, I didn't read it because I don't read them. So I apologize if you send me DMs before and you're not responded to. I hope now you understand. Thank you.
What do you all think about this video? I don't understand. No, I don't understand. People are fighting to stay in their country, others are fighting to stay in someone else's country. She said after everything, she came out to give her first speech, which she said she was born in South Africa. So which one? I heard before she said she came into South Africa when she was small. So how did she manage to get the fraudulent identity from the South African person? Because we all heard that her identity is fraud. The mother theft someone's identity and give it to her daughter. On a normal, Chidimma is not, first of all, a South African name. That is a Nigerian name. So the South Africans are demanding that Nigerian beauty queen should go back. And Nigerians are also calling on their beauty queen to come back. But she doesn't want to come because she said they want to use her as an example. They want to use her as the scapegoat, which she will not allow. Oh my God, I don't understand what is happening. And I heard her lawyer is the advisor of Home Affairs. What is happening in this South Africa? If you want to deport somebody, do you even need to take that person to court? Just deport the person like that now. Only in South Africa you say something like this. Because trust me, in my country, once as Tinubu wants, they will deport. They will never ask you. You will just sleep and find yourself in your country the next day. Period. At least I like Tinubu because he decides. He's a very decisive person. One time, boom, you're gone, kalas. Anyways, guys, I'm not gonna say much. Just tell me what you think about Chidimma. Even though so many people are not blaming her for what is happening, some are blaming her parents because they said she was just a kid when it happened. Others are blaming her. Some are saying she's being arrogant, she should just go back to her country. Others are saying they were heartbroken because of what she said, while others are saying they really support her through this tough time that she is going through. So for me, I don't know much about her, but if it's a deportation case, I believe she should go back to Nigeria because she will have more opportunity back home. Her people want her home, not that South Africans love her, but no one is above the law. Anyways, sorry, not that South Africans hate her, but no one is above the law. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do it. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video, and I'll be here to respond. So see you guys on our next video. Bye.